Well, there you go, Runeberg. It is another urban map, but this one kind of more balanced.
Yeah.
As we saw yesterday as well. So of course we've got the whole western parts, which is the city, and then smack in the middle, I guess, the city edge, as we could call it, and then the massive field on the eastern parts as well. But the field being extremely exposed to heavy fire. So yes, definitely, it's kind of a riskier move to go for that field. But yesterday we've seen plenty of teams trying to sneak their way into flanking like that to various degrees of success. But yes, the field never can be left out either. But usually, like the more traditional approach to this map is to see a city push.
Yeah, definitely. The city is definitely more safe. You know, there's more cover. You can hide behind buildings. Whereas if you decide to push down that field, then you're pretty much open if you get spotted.
And now, when it comes to the tank lineup, well, we've got RTA-E, as a matter of fact, starting from the bottom position, and we've got the exact same tank selection so far, as we've seen, like, since the beginning of this match. So one AMX 5100 heavy, alongside two IS-3s and one T-34, but most importantly, they do have three light tanks, again, pretty much, so two T1s, and yes, this player that I'm really starting to enjoy watching quite a lot, Black Label, with his AMX 13 Tier 8 light tank, and definitely kind of a, well, just once
like
again,
a little, like a little mosquito.
Well, absolutely, it's just like a little tornado just cruising around the map. But it's definitely, so far, it's paid off for them. You know, it's given them extra mobility, and just in case, just like in their previous set, they got one T1 taken down earlier on. Well, that, you know, the NMAX Tier 8 light tank definitely did the job in terms of scouting and assessing where the enemies were. Now, as for MUPPETS, they have once again opted for the exact same tank lineup. So one AMX 54, of course, the heavy side, alongside yes, all the rest are IS-3s. Yes, once again IS-3s, and one tractor and one T1.
That is correct, and both teams kind of camping in their base again.
Well, yeah, but then again, once again, if you take a look at RTA-E, because they actually have three light tanks, and once again, player Black Label that's just cruising all over the map right now. I guess he's just like a free electron, so to speak. He doesn't have like one specific spot that he's going to. In all three sets so far, he's just been, his job as to scout like everywhere, go absolutely everywhere, just because he can take more damage than obviously the T1s. His T1 counterparts, he can afford to do that, and he's actually strolling around the field at the moment, trying to sort of detect perhaps heavy tank approaches. But as we had seen originally on the MUPPETS side, MUPPETS definitely being extremely cautious on this particular map at the moment. They're camping, as you had mentioned, definitely their starting point up north. They're not even like moving at all. Yeah,
MUPPETS, they can't afford to lose this match, so they're just kind of playing it safe. Whereas RTA, I mean, I'm expecting a push in about the next couple minutes.
Right. Well, and then again, would you actually risk a push if you were RTA, just because you've got a 2-0 advantage?
Definitely. You know, they have proven superior in a dogfight. You know, they have proven. You know, just a straight up battle. You know, they have proven themselves superior. So, I mean, I'm expecting a push. You know, they might just play it safe and just kind of camp around. But I mean, looking at the past two games, you know, RTA has pushed sometime in each of the matches.
Yes, and then once again, in terms of execution, whether they were on the offense, like on Ensk, or on the defense on Himmelsdorf, they did superbly well, actually. So right now, actually, we just saw from the RTA-E vantage point that heavy tank had been spotted, but no harm done as of yet. Well, you know, once again, MUPPETS definitely expecting a city push. So they're camping like on their northern side, and there are two scouts actually. There are two light tanks on the field. When it comes to MUPPETS, just in case like RTA decides to get really bold, and make for that. But as for right now, RTA still applying the same tactics. So we've got two scouts, one on the west, in the middle of the city, one on the east, outside in the field, and of course player Black Label and his AMX light tank just cruising around all over the place. And yes, he has detected it's actually paying off the way he's doing it, because slowly but surely they're actually going up north, just trying to, but they're really covering everything. They're covering this whole map as of right now, so they're really not leaving anything to chance. When you're seeing that tactical setup, pretty much, yes, you've got those two T1 tanks scouting one essential part, which is the city, and the other the field, and then you've got this AMX, of course, tier 8 light tank just cruising all over the place, just to see if anything by any chance could sneak in the middle, or just in case one of the other scouts gets taken out. So once again, very, very well done, I think. I think maybe, you know, this can give a lot of other players a lot of ideas on how to tackle just urban maps in general, because once again, it's not going to happen very often to witness tier 8 light tank choice, pretty much. But I gotta say that so far RTA-E are doing that to perfection.
Definitely.
And as for MUPPETS right now, well, as a matter of fact, we can see that they're sending a scout down the field on the eastern sides, because yes, they're just really probably wondering why RTA are not just making more of a significant push at the moment. So probably worrying about, oh, are they going to try to sneak behind us on the eastern side alongside the field? But so far their heavy tanks are camped pretty strong out there up north.
I think they're just trying to look for any pushes coming out, because if you know what the enemy's trying to do, then you can kind of base your strategy around that and just kind of pretty much outplay them, you know, outposition them, surround them, you know, put yourself in a better position than you would be if you didn't have any information.
Indeed, and right now we've got about 3 minutes left on this third set, and well, right now we can see RTA moving out. As a matter of fact, they're going for the push.
RTA, as expected, they are going to start pushing out, because...
And look at that, now you've got those two scouts and one destroyed right there. And you know what, then again, hey, if you have a tier 8 light tank versus one of those T1 with those tractors, and there you go, those two scouts are taken out. And once again, courtesy of Black Label, who's got 2 kills right now. And you know, this is a situation we've actually seen twice before, well, in the 2 previous sets, as a matter of fact. So going with the tier 8 light tank is actually really paying off for RTA-E, because, well, just like in the previous set, the 2 scouts, the 2 Muppet scouts have been taken out.
And he's actually denying vision from the Muppet side.
And look at that, now on the city edge, they're actually making a straightforward push towards the Muppet side.
They have been spotted.
Yes, indeed, they have been spotted, so probably they're just going to wait.
So now Muppets have to react to this, because RTA is pushing pretty strong right now, so if Muppets don't react soon, then they could be flanked.
Well, RTA-E at the moment, they actually have their 4 heavy tanks pushing really, really strong, like in a direct line on the city edge towards the Muppets starting point, and Muppets base is now in view, as a matter of fact.
So we should see a battle come out there. Nice shot, nice focus fire.
And indeed, they actually managed to flank them. They did not see that coming, and Muppets once again under the gun.
So actually RTA losing one of their tier 8 heavy tanks, so they are at a slight disadvantage, you know, in the sense of how many heavy tanks each team has. They are kind of in a tough position, because Muppets are in a good formation right now. They have one tank in the front blocking fire, so they can't hit any other tanks behind them.
Yes, indeed. But well, they're pretty much facing each other right now. It's a 4 on 2, as a matter of fact, because RTA just lost another heavy tank and another one as well. So it definitely looks like Muppets gonna take this one over.
It looks like Muppets, you know, they're probably gonna take this match home. About 45 seconds left in this match. I
actually thought that, you know, the approach by RTA on the city edge was really, really risky, as a matter of fact. And because they had been spotted relatively early as well, well, should I call this luck? Not really. Although Muppets did not have any scouts, it was a very, very bold move, and